Right, I'm at, I think it's under Badgeworth Parish Council, Biddisham, I think it's called, this place. This little church. The old schoolhouse next door. Unfortunately, there's supposed to be a dead end at the end of that road, and that would be a quick way for me back. I'm going to try and do a couple of churches over this part of the valley, within the embrace of Crooks Peak and Brent Knoll. Right, I might have a few problems getting my bike in here, let me see. Let's just put it on pause a minute. Right, here we go then. Oh, look at it, it's a real old church. I think it's either 11th or 12th century, or a bit of both. I'll find out a bit more information about it in a minute. I did find it on the internet. So I've just walked up that little path and I'll go around the graveyard in a minute. We'll just see if the church is open and get its name right as well. Because I haven't got my classes on. On Crook Peak Parish it's under as well. It's Biddisham. Biddisham. That's right, Biddisham. Claire Talbert's the person to know about. Let's have a look. Yes, it is open. See, there's another church, see, tucked in the middle of nowhere. Keep discovering them everywhere I go. To the glory of God, in sacred memory of Sergeant W. William Body, Private I. John Body, Albert Avery, Frank Avery, who gave their lives for king and country in the Great War, August 1914 to 1918. Also World War 1939 to 45, Sergeant George Edward Kingsbury. Oh, this is lovely, isn't it, everyone? Since I've started my Somerset church projects, I'm coming across all these churches tucked away. There's hardly any, this isn't even a huge village or anything. Tucked away in the middle of nowhere. Little organ nut. That's nice, isn't it? Little tiny covers on the seats. Probably done by the children or something, or villagers. Each seat's got a different picture of something. Oh yeah, there's the font. St. John the Baptist, Biddisham. That's what this is. Of course, I haven't brought my glasses, unfortunately, so I can't read in very great deal. Isn't it sweet though? Isn't it dainty? Near this place deposited remains of Edward Smithfield Hawkins, surgeon of Glastonbury, formerly of Tarnock, who departed this life August the 19th, 1821, aged 35. Also Sarah Hawkins, his sister, who died July the 17th, 1829, age 45. And they were quite young, weren't they? Little pulpit, look. Little tiny pulpit. What's that in there? Yeah. Ordinary wooden ceiling though. But what I can remember, it's supposed to be quite old, this church. It's either the 11th or 13th or It might even be a grade 1 building. I've got it all written down and it will go on the site. That will all be added, all that history. There's a lovely stained glass window there and here. I'm hoping to do about 3 churches. I'm not doing quite so much videoing as I'm cycling along. I'm going to leave that to afterwards because I'm... a little piscina there, a little bowl. That's probably where they come and sign the book, isn't it? An old picture of a church someone's drawn in the past. Another picture there. And another one there of the altar. Little fireplace. And the back door, the alarm will probably go off. I try and open that so I won't bother. And the old church chest. The old church chest, where they keep all the documents in the past. Lovely flowers, aren't they? Right, I'm going to turn off the video for the inside of the church now. Just do another little tiny sweep round before I turn the lights out. Right, it's something like the 19th of May. I've just done the inside of the church, which was open, thank goodness, of St John the Baptist, Biddisham. And I'm just going to do the outside. I've taken photos. There's an ancient cross. I've got lots of documentation about the history of the church, which I will add to the project. These are common sites. The original churches, quite often they had like a Celtic bit on the top. The common name in this graveyard as well for many people and within the church is somebody called the Body family. There's a very old grave here. I don't know who this one is, but there might be some information somewhere about this particular stone. You've got somebody called Nuttycombe as well. That's not a very common name, I wouldn't have thought. Lucy Nuttycombe, 1914 to 1967, and Walter, 1872 to 1934. Then you've got the Edmund Charles Body, called home, 1935, age 82, and Rosina, beloved wife, age 91 in 1962. So we've got quite a big body presence. See, there's somebody there, look. Lots of stones removed, a lot of tidying, you can always tell. But it's a beautiful church, tucked away in the middle of nowhere, really. Small village, and not a huge, not massive. It probably served its purpose. And then behind you've got the little school. What was the old school. It's now residential. I've taken a few pictures from the front of that. And you've got somewhere for, this is quite a good idea. People have got, there's someone, 1929, Guy Gibbs, farmer and friend of Biddisham, died 2002. And then he's got a little plaque on the wall as well, look. So that's quite a nice way of doing it, really, isn't it? I've already walked around once doing the photos. I might have to do West Huntsville again. I've got a feeling I might have deleted that lot, apart from the photos. I'm not sure. It might have been put on with another church. I might have added it on because it didn't have the inside done. And you can see there's a little ditch there. So here we have St John the Baptist, Biddisham. Not far from Rooksbridge and Tunnock. And I'm going off to a place called Badgeworth in a minute. I'm hoping to do 3 churches. There's a church at Weir as well, which might have to be left for another day, or I might do it after Badgeworth, where Frankie Howard, the comedian's buried. He lived around this way. He obviously liked this part of the world. It's another old church, a bit like Puxton, but it has had a bit more alterations, and Puxton's been very much left more like a museum than anything. And then we're back round again. Little tiny door, look, they must have been small in those days, look. They weren't obese in those days. A few very old stones up close there. And then back, there's my bike. Against the old cedar tree there. Seem to be very common in churches, these trees, for some reason. So there we go, folks. That's